Hutchinson here on the call, and when you look at De'Aaron, his legacy is written and littered all throughout the Sacramento Kings almanac and record book. 5th all-time in scoring, 4th all-time in assists, amongst leader in steals as well. You feel and see his presence everywhere.
I mean, he played over 500 games here, and he's going to be all over the record books for a long time. I mean, what he accomplished here, it's cemented in the history. I mean, and I think back to this season. It was this season where he set a franchise record. We saw it here in this building on the call, being able to see all of the great things that he has accomplished, and we saw his family grow and him grow as a man.
Big part of making the Kings qualify for the playoffs a couple of seasons ago, snapping that 16-and-a-half-year drought. And since the trade with the San Antonio Spurs, there's a look at his numbers, still playing with that injured finger, both of them actually on his shooting hand, his ring and his index pinky finger, and his numbers a little bit lower than what they were here in Sacramento.
Well, and obviously, too, I mean, it takes a while to adjust after a trade. There's been a lot going on in San Antonio this year, from the health of Greg Popovich to, Wembanyama now being out for the season. But, I know what he's capable of. We've seen it. We're all aware of what he's capable of. And a healthy De'Aaron Fox is a value to a team.
I'm going to bet on Luke Laux having a special defense to buy for him. De'Aaron Fox making his return to Golden One Center for the first time as a visitor, using the other locker room, but the vibes here are still immaculate on the Kings sideline and on the bench. We'll be back with the opening tip in just a moment. Fresh off the heels of a 3-1 successful road trip, and De'Aaron Fox will take the court tonight for the first time in his career here at Golden One Center as a member of the visiting team.
You got to really focus on the task at hand tonight and try to manage the emotions, and then scramble defense against this offense is going to be really, really important. This is an offense under Greg Popovich in the system that has been in place for a couple decades. They pass the ball and they make plays for each other, so you've got to be on the same page talking on the defensive end and be ready to be in scramble.
Screen for DeRozan to get him on Chris Paul to start the game. Instead, it's going to be Levine from deep. Fox will hand it off to Vassell. Fox off ball right now. He's going to be guarded by Keon Ellis to begin the basketball game. Ellis switches on the ball. Here's Fox. Pointing a strong hand, folks. He looks at the Sacramento Kings bench and says, I know the rim's here still. Fox with the game's opening bucket.
There's a lot of motivation, obviously, for him tonight.
Had it knocked away, but he's fouled by Keon Ellis, Katie. And Barnes will go to the free throw line. A look at the first bucket of the game by De'Aaron Fox.
You know that De'Aaron's teammates right now are really going to look to get him going early and get him to his spots. And, he loves the mid-range, left-handed. He's going to go to that left side. If the Kings can do their best to try and keep him out of the paint,